Alright, we're back for round one, and pretty sure we can't keep this hand. Wow. Alright. I'm hoping that it got my deck, because Magic shut down on me right when I click Submit Deck, and the fact that I have seen no lands kind of scares me a bit, but maybe those are just some really bad draws. Yeah, so it's definitely not a great start for my aggressive Boros deck. Alright, it's not going to do much by itself, so that's nice. Alright, now we are getting somewhere. I guess Warmind Infantry has to be the play there. So it looks like it did get my deck, I just had some really bad draws. Still need some lands. Alright. That's... His Super Slow start is good for my really terrible draw, but it's probably going to start doing something soon. He must be 3 colors. It's pretty sad I still can't play anything. If I draw one more land, I can play a Guardian of the Gateless. That's pretty good. This is the silliest game of Magic I may have ever seen, where nobody is playing anything. Alright, so yeah, this is pro quality Magic going on here, where 2 people have 4 mana each and can't play anything. Alright, well, I think we figured out what his problem was. Alrighty. He must have lots of removal. I don't know, probably shouldn't be that afraid of the 2/2. Yay, a plains! We've seen 2 removal spells and he hasn't cast anything. I think most likely what's going on is he has a handful of green cards. So the question is, do you want to go with the Guardian or do you want to swing out with the Sunspire Griffin to begin with? And I think I am going to lead with the Sunspire Griffin. It doesn't really run the mana quite as good at all, actually, but we've seen 2 removal spells, and if he's willing to use a Dreadbore on a Viashino, that is already 2/2. Wow. Alright. It's gonna be a problem. In fact, how do I get rid of that? Oh, Vraska. I mean, I can play a Knightly Valor on my guy, hit Vraska for 4, knocking her down to 2. Then she goes up to 3. Yeah, that's not going to probably do what we want to do. Vraska's just a beating. Not really even sure what to do now. I don't have any way, obviously, to get rid of Vraska, so maybe the plan is to just keep attacking him and let Vraska kill a guy every 3 turns. It might be better. Maybe not. I mean, I can deal Vraska 2, knocking it to 4, and then I have an empty board, or she just kills whatever I play. So that's not good at all, actually. I would say it's pretty bad, actually. Alright, I think the plan is to try to race Vraska. And she doesn't... she's going to start using the -3 ability. So I'm going to play the Nav Squad. This may be a bad plan. Maybe killing Vraska is the way to go. Okay. If the plan's to pop Vraska for 3 tokens, and maybe that is the plan. They don't have haste, do they? I don't think so. I like how they cut it off so I can't even see what the rest of the card says. I know it says that I lose. And maybe I just put Knightly Valor on, get a 2/2, deal 4 to Vraska. Or maybe I just deal 4 to this guy. If he wants to put 3 tokens out there, then I'll have 3 guys to block 3 tokens. If I put Knightly Valor on this guy, I swing for 4, knocking him to 10. And I have a 2/2 with Smite. Huh. I think I have to hit Vraska. This pretty tough. I mean, this card's like impossible to beat in limited. I mean, pretty tough. And the other thing is I could just swing for 2 and then play a Guardian. In fact, maybe that is the play. Make him decide if he wants to pop this or if he wants to. He'll probably +1 it again, I would guess. At that point, I'm going to have to swing, deal damage to him. And maybe killing Vraska's the better play here. I'm not sure. I mean, Vraska's just stupid good. I was wondering why this guy would keep a hand where he can't play anything for 6 turns. We obviously mulliganed to like 5 because we didn't have any lands, but he kept his 7, so... yeah. So this turn, we are going to put a Knightly Valor on this guy and attack Vraska, because now we can kill Vraska without dying. So so this way we made him use this to kill our awesome guy, but we are going to kill Vraska. I'm not really sure what he was doing with this. Probably tapped that wrong. That works too. But I think I'd rather just play the Knightly Valor and have up Smite. And we are definitely going to take out a Vraska here. Alright, so that things could have went much worse for us. Now he's in trouble. Alright, Um, it's hard to know what he's got here. It could be some sort of trick, but we have Smite, so that's a nice backup to have. Here, we're only going to block with this guy at this time. He can keep his Dredge Beetle alive for now. We'll win this race. So I think I'd just take out the guy who can deal a lot of damage, and we have Smite backup if we need it. Obviously, like a mugging or something is pretty bad here. Okay, good. All right, that's not bad. So now we get to attack with both our guys who have vigilance. Let's see. I don't think I want to play a War Leader's Helix on that guy, since really, I think that's fine. He's got so many ground blockers, like, all he's got to do is keep a Dredge Beetle back, and that guy can't attack anyway. So I'm not that worried about that. Right now I need to make sure that I can win in the air. So we're just going to play a Tithe Drinker and pass it back here. Depending on what he does, yeah. Okay. Forgot that this guy could give him green. So he's probably going to have at least one card in hand here, which is going to make a Holy Mantle a little bit scarier to play. Although, if he had a removal spell, it would have already gone on this guy. I mean, he's clearly got several of them. Okay. Not really sure about unleashing that guy. I guess the race is actually kind of close at this point in time. Although, if we get in with our Sunspire Griffin, and then we can play War Leader's Helix, we just win. So, I don't think I'm probably going to... I mean, I guess I probably have to block something here. Oh, well, especially if he doesn't attack, then that's probably pretty good. Okay. Well, that's game over. So he's out of cards. We're gonna just play Lightning Helix on him right now, and then we fly in for the win. Okay, so that was game one. We beat a Vraska. Always nice to beat a Vraska. Alright, so it did get my deck. It just was a pretty shitty draw. Probably wouldn't even have been that close if it weren't for the fact that he had, you know, he had a really slow start, and we of course didn't draw land. I mean, we had a mulligan to 5, and then if it weren't for Vraska, we probably just take that one. Soul Tithe is actually pretty good against Vraska, but I don't know if I want to bring that in. I mean, I guess it's better than a Dutiful Throw, maybe, since this card's not very good. Let's see, anything that seems good against him or Vraska. Electrickery, I didn't, other than a Spire Tracer, didn't look like he had a lot of X1 guys. I don't think. So yeah, I think Soul Tithe is basically just for Vraska, so I mean, he'll have to pay it every turn, but it'll at least set him back a lot. So that's what we're going to do. We'll go to game 2 and see what happens. Alright, we'll hit up a game 2 here. This one's already quite a bit better. A little heavy. A lot, you know, 2/5 drops. We do have a good removal spell. will be on the draw, and we do have fixing for what we need, so all things considered, it's not bad if we draw any our Orzhov. Alright, well, I would say if we draw any of our Boros 2-drops, we can play them now. So, all things considered, not too shabby. I kind of expect this guy will play something before turn 7 this time, but you never know. Does have lots of removal. Saw Grizzly Spectacle, saw Dreadbore, saw an Annihilating Fire. It's lots of removal. His Grizzly Spectacle does beat my True Fire Paladin in a battle. Okay. Might as well run out the whatever you want to call red, white, and black Tron. Alright. I think the plan here is to play Cluestone into Mastiff, since we can't play anything else for 4 mana other than War Leader's Helix, and we're not trying to play that right now. So, probably going to have to hold off on the Knightly Valor. We do have 2 of them, but he has so many removal spells, I think we have to probably get some of those out of him first. Or put it on something that's not that good. Alright, probably don't want to put a Knightly Valor on a Boros Mastiff. Although maybe, what do we got? 6 mana, so we can't. I think we gotta play a guy this turn. I think it's better than a Knightly Valor, even though dealing an extra 2 and having. Well, I mean, I guess I would get an extra 2/2 out of it, but I think I'd rather hold that for next turn. And even though I love True Fire Paladin, I think I gotta go with the Nav Squad Commandos, get some beefier guys out there at the moment. He doesn't get too crazy here. We got a pretty nice hand. He's got 7 cards, so he's probably holding green cards. There's one. Could be Vraska time again, I guess. War Leader's Helix is pretty good against Vraska. So I think here, even though he's probably got an answer for something, I think playing Knightly Valor and True Fire Paladin is the way to go, and I think playing Knightly Valor on the Mastiff is better. I just think it's probably better. The Nav Squad Commandos is bigger, so if he... Plus this guy's got lifelink once I get to next turn. So even if he drops a Vraska, he's going to start... things are going to start looking kind of bad for him. Especially with my commanding board presence. He probably has another removal spell. You know, he did have Dreadbore and Grizzly Spectacle, but if he wastes... I mean, he could play both this turn, but I still have a pretty nice board. And True Fire Paladin's pretty good, although, I mean, it's better with more mountains, obviously. He does have a hand full, and we've pretty much spent out all our hand except for the Helix. But our board presence is pretty commanding at the moment. Soul Tithe would actually be pretty funny right now on a Gruul Cluestone. You have to pay 3 mana a turn to keep it alive or have no access to a green source. I probably wouldn't do that even if I drew it, but maybe it wouldn't be a bad play. Alright, so there's the Vraska. Just probably got to pop it to kill one of my guys. Yep. And because of that, we're just going to go pretty much straight at him here. In fact, can I win this turn? This 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? 10 damage. I think that's totally worth doing with the war leaders, or with the pump. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess I can't do both. So I deal 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 damage, putting him at 1. Yeah, I'm not that worried about the Vraska right now. Or maybe, what, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12. Okay. So, with the War Leader's Helix, I think we just win here. Shogun, Shogun, Shogun. So that should be 8. And the War Leader's Helix should win the game. And we beat Vraska twice. Good game to us. And, yeah, we'll go to round 2. Hooray! Alright, we'll see you in round 2.